Hi, my name's Abby Perry, and I work for the University of Wyoming Extension in Carbon County. I'm based here in Rawlins. A big part of my job is to take science-based education and research from the university out into the communities that I serve, so all across Carbon County. I just wanted to put together a quick video in regards to the water restrictions that just came out from the city on Friday. What we know about lawns from the research from papers, publications, is that a healthy, mature lawn, usually a Kentucky bluegrass, which I'd say is a lot of what we have here in Rawlins, is that those lawns need up to 2 inches of water per week in order to be sustained. Normally, we would break that up into a couple of waterings, but we also know that in order to encourage drought tolerant lawns, we need to water less frequently and with deeper waterings. So deeper meaning more volume of water. I did some sprinkler tests looking at two different kinds of sprinkler heads, and the results were essentially identical. And I wanted to know how much water we put out in a certain time period. So looking at in a 15-minute window, how much water actually goes out onto the soil, onto the turf. And so I used a rain gauge or a water gauge and found that in 15 minutes, about a 1/4 inch of water using these two different kinds of sprinkler heads is what is emitted. So in an hour, we have about 1 inch of water. So based on that, the recommendation for a healthy, mature lawn, we already know that an inch of water is less than desirable. That's less than the recommended amount. And so we're just trying to get the most bang for our buck, do the best that we can with that limited amount of water. And so knowing what we know about creating drought tolerant lawns and less frequent watering and deeper watering, that's where that recommendation of 1 day a week comes from. Just trying to give our lawns the best chance of coming out of this situation okay. I think that there's probably some concerns about if you water for an entire hour, water might run out into the street or go into your gutter, run on sidewalks, driveways, that sort of thing. And so the way that I read these water restrictions is that you can, as long as you're within your day and within your water windows, you could break up that hour. So in your first midnight to 10 a.m. watering, you could water each area or zone for 30 minutes. And then in your second watering from 6 p.m. to midnight again, you could do a second watering of 30 minutes. And that gives that water time to soak into the soil and not run off, but still kind of count, so to speak, as a deep watering in 1 day. And I think that that's actually going to be better off than splitting up that same volume of water into multiple waterings, because of just it encourages the lawn, shorter waterings encourage the lawn to not chase after water, not really establish itself, not make big long roots, because it gets kind of babied, like water's coming again soon. And so the turf just doesn't do its job to establish itself like it does with a deep watering that it kind of has to chase after. Retraining your lawn to be drought tolerant is kind of like spring cleaning in your house. When you do a real deep cleaning, sometimes it gets worse before it gets better. And so retraining that lawn to get watered less frequently, but have a deep water, it might look worse before it gets better, but this is all sort of on the path to drought tolerant lawn systems. And